Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Alexandra. Thank you so much for joining me today, my beautiful collective. So today I'm going to be getting you some tarot card messages from your person. So let's see, what do they want to say to you today, collective? All right, what do we have here? Oh, the star, the world, ace of cups, knight of coins, 10 of cups, 6 of swords. This is such odd energy, collective. So I'm actually going to pull the top 3 clarifiers just to kind of see what are we dealing with here. Right, so what do we have? What is this? 3 of coins. The sun. 7 of wands. Oh, all right, collective. I guess let's just say that I don't get the energy that you and your person are together right now. In fact, I think that things are actually over between the two of you with the world card showing up here, but I'll get to that. The star card here is about healing, wanting to heal the relationship between the two of you. And I don't know off the top if this is your energy. Are you the one that wants to heal the relationship, or is it your person that basically wants to heal things between the two of you? And I say healing because, you know, all the tarot cards have multiple meanings, but because it came out with 3 of coins, which is like my working together card, let's collaborate card. I feel like your person or you, whoever this energy is, they want to kind of like work with you or work together to kind of heal the relationship. So it's going to be like a joint effort here, not just one person saying, hey, you know, I want to work on things, and then the other person's like, you know, no, I don't want to. But that's the hope. The hope is that you would both want to like work it out between the two of you and somehow like reconcile. So again, I'm not sure, is it you that wants to, or is it your person that actually wants to kind of reconcile? And it's because, like I said, the world card came out here, and this is like a completion card, like the end of something. So that's why I said I don't think that you're with your person right now. You guys already broke up. You guys are not together. You or your person have learned whatever it was that you needed to learn already from being together and then, you know, breaking up. And I almost kind of feel like in a lot of ways it was like a karmic lesson that you both learned. Not saying that, like, you know, you guys were karmic soulmates, but I think that you learned a lot of hard lessons about love, about life. They were lessons that you needed to learn, but they were really, really painful. And, you know, now that you've kind of learned it, I mean, you know, that part is like over and done with. And, you know, I say that, yeah, you've learned something out of it because with the sun card being here, normally this would be my happiness card, all right? But in this context, I'm going to say that the sun card is here because, yeah, you or your person have already gotten what you needed to get out of the relationship. There's no more lessons to be learned. You've learned that lesson and, you know, you've moved on. It's like next. Because with the sun card here, yeah, some truth or, you know, like I said, love lessons, life lessons, they've been illuminated to you. And it's like you've seen all you needed to, and you've moved on. You or your person, not sure, like I said, because the energy is still kind of vague here about like who who wants to still heal this? I mean, it actually could be both of you, to be honest. But then we've got the Ace of Cups here, which is really interesting because collective, this is actually, you know what? It is really funny. I just noticed this word here, it's actually Chinese for wine. So, you know what I get from this card? It's like drunk in love energy almost. Because the Ace of Cups talks about literally like it is very much being drunk in love, you know, having so much emotion and feeling for the person. You know, your cup is literally overflowing with love for somebody else. So it's funny that it came out here because, you know, this is more somber energy, I guess, right? And then you've got like this beautiful kind of Ace of Cups energy here for whatever reason. So I guess at some point you both were very much in love with each other. You both had a lot of strong emotions and feelings for each other. Um, but it wasn't enough to kind of keep the two of you together. And you know, that is one of the love lessons I think you learned is that sometimes love is not enough. You need, you know, a lot more than that to not just like maintain the relationship, but to like see it thrive, actually. And with the Seven of Wands being here, yeah, like I said, this is such odd energy here, collective. It's almost like as much as you guys were in love with each other, as much as you guys had all this, you know, genuine emotion for each other, in a lot of ways, you guys were both kind of blocking it. I know that doesn't really make a lot of sense, but this is like defensive energy here. You can see that this person is like literally trying to like beat off whatever the hell these are. What are they? Nails? I don't know. But it is a card about, you know, being defensive. And like, that is such odd energy. If you guys are so in love with each other, why were you guys like fighting it off? Why were you guys like, you know what? This is like denial energy then, in a sense. Maybe, yes, the love was there, but maybe neither of you could trust that it was real. Maybe you both were kind of like, had that mindset where it's not gonna last. It's not gonna last. It's not gonna last. And, you know, there's no such thing as like a perfect relationship. And there isn't. There isn't. But you guys really took it far in the sense that, like, even though you were together, you still were kind of like suspicious of each other. So I'm not even sure what kind of a relationship the two of you actually really had. It seems like it was kind of like built on mistrust in a way, even though you guys like, you know, loved each other and whatnot, like you both had a lot of like trust issues then, is basically what I'm feeling with these cards here. And if that was the case and it was already kind of present at the start, because you know, Ace of Cups, this is like the beginning, right? Number one. And so it's like this energy of being defensive, being like, you know, mistrustful was already there at the very start then. Okay, that's what I'm going to say. Which, again, also very interesting. I don't think I've kind of gotten this energy before. But if this was already there in the beginning, then of course it was going to end up in an ending between the two of you. How can you be with somebody and not trust them? The relationship, the foundation of the, you know, freaking relationship has to be built on like trust, all right? So, all right, let's see what's going on. All right, so Four of Swords. Knight of Coins. Quite interesting energy, actually. All right. So again, I don't necessarily get one or the other's energy. So in a lot of ways, I think this is like a shared energy read. Like you both are kind of in these stages here. And so with the Knight of Coins coming out here, you know, this is not my favorite card. Or, sorry, this is not my favorite knight. And what I'm gonna say, actually, is that yes, things are over. Yes, you guys kind of like, didn't trust each other. But at this point, what you're both kind of doing is taking the time to like reflect and recuperate. That's what the Four of Swords is about. Is about like taking time to yourself and just like, kind of like contemplation energy almost. And you guys are actually like really, really taking the time to do this. That's what I'm going to say because the Knight of Coins, in this context, it's a card about like slow moving energy. And in this way, it is good energy because if you are going to be like, trying to like think things over, just kind of like recuperate and re-energize yourself, you do not want to rush that. It's a process and it has to be done at your own pace. And so, this energy of like just wanting to heal actually, and you know what? There, the star card. I did say that that was, a card about healing, right? And, these two cards also, in a way, are about also healing. But this is like self-love, self-healing, all right? This isn't like in the context of, oh, I'm going to heal things with my person. No, this is like, I'm going to take the time on my own to like just calm down, relax, take care of me. Take care of me. And I don't care how long it takes, I'm going to do it, all right? So that is the energy of these two cards here. And that's actually really good energy here, collective, because at least you guys kind of recognize that, you cannot just kind of like jump out of this into another relationship that quickly without kind of healing, without kind of like, taking the time to like sit down and figure out like, oh my God, what happened? How did we even get here? And then we've got 10 of Cups here. This, and it came up under the World. Actually, what I'm gonna say then, collective, is that, again, surprise, right? I kind of, this energy, I kind of thought was like, you guys were maybe just like together dating, nothing like official. But what I'm gonna say then is that you and your person were actually together in some sort of like a family dynamic, okay? Because you see, the Ten of Cups, that is what it's about, is about like having this really, really like happy family together, the couple, the kids, the rainbow. Like, this is about as good as it's gonna get. And it came out under the World, which I said was, you've learned a lesson, it's done, it's over. So this is really powerful energy then, because it wasn't just like you guys were casually dating. This is like you guys were married. This is like you guys were in a long-term relationship. This was something really, really serious between you and your person that ended, all right? And with the Three of Wands being here, like, this is a card about, like, progression, about expanding, It's also a card about, like, waiting for your ships to come in, actually, and I don't normally say that about this card, but that is one of the interpretations. And it kind of feels like that's the energy here, is that even though you and your person were in 10 of Cups energy at one point, it's like you both were kind of dissatisfied, waiting for your ships to come in. Like, even though you guys were together, married, whatever, you both kind of thought like, wait, there should be more to this, if that makes sense to you. So in that sense, maybe you guys were kind of unhappy. Because, if you're truly happy with your partner and your family dynamic, you wouldn't be kind of like in this Three of Wands energy, like looking for more in that sense. This is like a very like forlorn energy, like literally feeling the energy of, oh my God, what else is there? Like, like you should already kind of have everything that you need within this dynamic, but no, you actually kind of felt like, literally, yeah, when are my ships coming in? Like, when am I going to get this? When am I going to get that? So I guess you two were just unhappy with each other in that sense. Like maybe you guys just weren't, like fulfilling each other's needs. And yeah, that's really interesting energy. So, if you guys were in that energy plus this kind of like, defensive denial energy, I mean, yeah, it couldn't have ended in any other way except to kind of have the world card show up here. That relationship then was just not going to go anywhere because you guys like maybe thought that there was more out there or that you deserved more, maybe. And because of that, like, you both kind of like just moved away to calmer waters. Um, you can see this person is like paddling away. And again, like I said, I do not get that it's one or the other's energy. This is shared energy all through the reading, which is really cool, actually. So you both kind of like just you learned your lessons and you moved on from each other, all right, in that sense. And in a way, this is like healing, therapeutic kind of energy. Like I don't know if you necessarily see what happened between you and your person as like a horrible thing, but I think the takeaway is that you actually learn so much about yourself and about what you actually want in life. And we have the Hierophant here. And yeah, in this read, I'm going to say that it is you and your person getting away from like family traditions. And kind of stay with me here, collective, because I don't normally kind of interpret the card this way, but maybe that's why you and your person were like kind of both unhappy and like wishing for more, is because, and this is probably going to be for like a very small group of you, but I almost kind of get the feeling that like maybe the two of you didn't necessarily want to get married or be together in the long term. For whatever reason, maybe you guys got married because, family traditions or something along those lines. Like you were forced into it against your will, like an arranged marriage type of scenario. Um and it was all for the purposes of like conformity and tradition. You could not kind of go against your family, you can go against your religion. It's that kind of energy that at the end of the day you and your person kind of both like got away from, kind of like said, okay, you know what, screw this kind of like being boxed in energy. Like I want out, and you both got out of it. But that is probably why this Three of Wands came out here, is because yeah, I don't think maybe the two of you necessarily like, maybe you guys just didn't even like really think about it so much about being together. But I feel like, yeah, traditional roles actually did kind of play a big part in why you guys were together and why you guys also decided to kind of like part ways and end things. um And, if that was the actual kind of relationship that you had, then no wonder you're kind of in this defensive energy all along, right? It's because you weren't actually free to be who you wanted to be. You weren't free to kind of pursue what you wanted. You kind of had to like conform within that relationship, which was like probably really, really restricting. So yeah, of course you guys were both kind of like, oh my God, I want out. I want better. I want more. It's because yeah, you didn't even want it to begin with, kinda, you know what I mean? So, wow, this is really this is a wild read, collective. I don't think I've ever had energy quite like this before. So in a way, this isn't necessarily like a negative reading. This is more like a reading about realizing that, you know, all of this happened for a reason, and it was all, for spirit to kind of tell you like you should not, okay, not you cannot, but you should not kind of stay in these situations that are not for your higher good. And you know it's a good thing that you kind of got out of it in time, and that you were able to get out of it relatively peacefully. Um, because I don't necessarily get like there was like a huge blowout between the two of you necessarily. Like it was almost kind of like a mutual decision in a lot of ways. Um, and maybe you guys do want to heal things because that is the initial energy that came out here, right? Was the healing. But maybe this is more energy about like wanting to like, heal yourselves actually, which would make more sense now. Um, after kind of having felt this energy of like, coercion almost. So this is like collective, just take the time to heal yourself, heal from the relationship because you are a lot, stronger than you kind of give yourself credit for. And, I think that spirit just wants you to remember that, that even though it was a bad situation or maybe, a situation that like you didn't particularly care for, you still did manage to get out of it, right? So, anyway, that's what I have for you today, collective. Hope you enjoyed this reading. Please like, share, and subscribe, and we will talk soon. Bye.